Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly, game master today, because today we are going to be kicking off a brand new campaign. Oops, and sorry, Anna Banana just picked now to come in and say hello. Hello, Anna. Playing Paizo's very cool Pathfinder 2nd Edition fantasy role-playing game. And with me today are the stars of our Pathfinder. Well, I should say this campaign is actually set in the gothic horror plane of Innistrad from Magic the Gathering. And with me to play through this gothic horror campaign, we have 4 of the 5 heroes who will be joining us exploring this horrific setting. First up, we've got Brandon. Tell us who you are and who you're playing.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and I am playing the one who often goes by Donovan. He is I would describe him as a Charles Manson for good alchemist bard.
Nice. And next up is Arlen.
Hi, I'm Arlen. I'm playing Gallant, who is he's a fighter class. He's a man-at-arms of Gavany.
Excellent. And next up is John.
Hey everyone, I'm John. I'm playing Eutharic. He is the party cleric who's dipped into champion. Kind of steady, grounded guy, haunted by some mistakes in his past.
Excellent. Mistakes. Euphemisms are terrific. And last but not least is Greg.
Hi, it's Greg. I'm playing Czar. He's a wizard who wishes he was a fighter.
Nice.
I'm familiar with those.
Yeah. Okay, so, guys, where our session opens here. Now, for those listening at home, what we've decided is that the campaign is going to be structured around a team of basically monster hunters. It's a part of the Church of Avacyn, the kind of the dominant religion that tries to keep the darkness at bay in this unfortunate land. And all of them service the Archangel Avacyn. And at the time of our campaign, if you are familiar with the Innistrad setting and the kind of the story arc that goes through the expansion of that game, all this takes place before any of the events of the expansion. So this is before kind of the wheels come off and things go crazy. Where our scene opens, guys, is I'm going to bring you over and show you some images here to talk about the province of, well, maybe let's take a look at the map here. So there are different provinces that make up Innistrad. And there's Gavany, which is the kind of the breadbasket of Innistrad. It is where the capital of Thraben with Avacyn's cathedral is located. And it also has the mysterious moorlands in Gavany as well too. There is Kessig, which some of you guys hail from, with dark forests full of werewolves and other nasty creatures. There is Stensia to the southwest, which is full of craggy mountaintops and vampiric lords. And then there is Nephalia. And Nephalia is a haunted coastal village or coastal province full of ocean kind of focused or sea focused monsters, full of dark scientists, mad scientists, and necromancers, and those who combine those two arts. And that is where our scene will open. So let's take a look here, guys. I've got some images to get us in the mood here for Nephalia. And this is what the salty shadows of Nephalia are like.
Don't like that.
Mm-hmm. And what we see is the bottom right image of the fishing net that's sort of like tattered and as if left there by some long departed fisherman. Barren trees, abandoned wagons. That's what we see, is a small seaside village. And it's the kind of village that looks like it's been clinging to the side of this granite, this exposed granite and sea-sprayed jagged coastline for perhaps 10 generations. but it also looks like it would collapse into the sea at any given moment. And our camera, after panning across this and seeing the gray and dreary people that make up the streets of this small town, we head into a tavern. And the tavern has the kind of, Hammer horror style, old world kind of look to it. Heavy stone that was used to construct it. There's the small panes of the window. And within, we can see huddled around a table, there are five individuals. There are our 4 heroes, and there is one more younger individual who is wearing the robes of a priest of Avacyn. And the priest looks very agitated. He has an ashen face. He has at least one empty glass in front of him, but it seems to have done very little to calm his nerves, because the nearly full pint in front of him looks as if it's ready to be spilled over from the slight tremors in his hand. He stops and raises it up, trembling to his lips. And I think, Gallant, you put one hand out and stabilize his hand so that he doesn't spill this all over himself. He takes a deep breath, drinks again, puts it down, and turns to you. And he says then, "Let me tell you of the fisherman's daughter. There was a man who lived in this town named Abelard. And Abelard had a wife. And Abelard was, while not well liked by the inhabitants of Festic, he was at least respected. He was a fine fisherman, an able seaman, and his nets always returned full with bounty." Oh, John, can I get you to turn either your mic or your sensitivity? I'm hearing you typing.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Sorry. 15 years ago, Festic was hit with what the old people say was the worst storm in 100 years. A storm that suddenly came upon us like it had a secret intent to wreak havoc and tragedy upon the families and the fishermen that make up the community in Festic. This is before my time, mind you. But Brother Jacobus was here then, and he told me well of that time. Every fisherman who had the misfortune of being at sea at that point did not return, with one exception, and that was Abelard. Abelard returned, though he did not come back to tragedy either. Abelard returned to find his beloved wife dead. But he also returned to find a newborn daughter. The troubling thing is, no one remembers his wife being pregnant before. Abelard seemed to take the tragedy in stride, and he named his daughter Delphine. And the unfortunate circumstances of Delphine's birth seemed to portend what was in store for that child. Abelard seemed a changed man when he returned. Understandable given the extent of his loss, but with the loss that Festic was suffering, no one else paid much heed to the changes in Abelard's behavior. Delphine soon proved to be an unusual child. Unlike her comrades, unlike her fellows of the same age, Delphine seemed unable to relate, and when one of her playmates suffered a misfortune while playing, they began to say that the curse that took Abelard's wife followed through in her daughter. Abelard did not make this better by insisting on strange rules for Delphine. Delphine was forbidden from setting foot in the sea. She was forbidden for setting foot on a boat. And she was not allowed to learn to swim, as all the other children in Festic are entitled to learn. But apart from those strange peculiarities, and what person in a community such as this, so far from the rest of the world, people are forgiving of unconventional childhoods. Brother Jacobus said that a month ago, Abelard set sail once again and did not return. And with a concern over the fate, peculiar though the girl may be, and aged 15 years, Brother Jacobus did not relish the idea of this young girl living on her own. The shadows, as we know, grow deeper with every passing month. And then he reaches down and brings up a book. And the book is the Enchiridion of Avacyn. And this is the holy text for your faith. This looks like one of those well-worn copies that has, metal bindings, but also leather as most of the cover. And you can tell from the tarnishing of the metal, from the fraying of the leather, this is something that has seen a lot of use. It's either something that was passed down through generations or something that was used a great deal by a traveling missionary priest. But what is unusual is the blood that stains one side of the pages. And the young priest, his hands trembling, say, "This was found beside his body." And others say that they saw the young girl, they saw Delphine come down, her hands drenched in blood, down to the docks and into a boat, and then off into the sea. And it seemed that the boat propelled itself. That was a month ago. And now, they say, out by the Devil's Teeth, a series of islands not far off the coast from Festic, where a lighthouse for centuries has guided travelers and sailors away from their deadly rocks. They say that she is there, and there is a baleful fire that burns there. Some say that she seeks to call her father home. Some say she seeks to call up the dead from the depths of the ocean. But what we know is that all who sail near there have been attacked. The dead rest unquiet in that region, and some even say they feel compelled to drive their ships into the rocks around the Devil's Teeth, and have their crews join those drowned ones who now rise at her command. This is why I wrote to the High Inquisitor. This is why I have asked you to come. Brother Jacobus is dead, and I need you This community needs you to deal with the fisherman's daughter. He turns and kind of gestures to the bartender for another pint to come over, as he then turns back to you guys and drains the pint glass. Now, as you guys can probably guess, this is something that you have been sent here for. We don't need to go through the task. This young priest, whose name is Brother Hugo. Brother Hugo wrote to your superior not long ago, and you were sent out post-haste to deal with this. Your superior was concerned about, obviously, this, if there's a supernatural threat or an diabolic threat that is lurking off the coast. Nephalia is a region that thrives on trade. So it is very important that, you know, you don't have any dark creature out there that's going to be sinking ships, let alone rising the dead and then wiping out communities. So that's why you are here. What questions do you guys have before you set out for the Devil's Teeth?
Yes, pardon me, brother. I have to ask you, what kind of business did Father Jacobus have with Delphine?
He simply sought to ensure that she was safe. Her father missing for weeks.
And how did he intend to ensure her safety?
Well, he simply was checking in, the same as any priest would do, to ensure that she had food, that she did not need any solace or guidance. She was not one to attend service, mind you, but the light of Avacyn is a comfort to all.
Did Father Jacobus share these concerns of many of the villagers like her father?
No. He saw that, felt that the light of Avacyn could be forgiving of all. Father Jacobus is not from Festic. Neither am I. In these provincial towns, and you can see that he kind of looks around and sees that people are listening in, and he leans in a little closer. These provincial towns can be quite backwards, and the sins of the father can be seen to follow through for generations. Gossip is rarely something that can be followed, or at least so Brother Jacobus felt.
I'm going to look to my other crew to see if they have any questions.
I guess gossip should not be taken as gospel would have been a better line for that, but...
He's young, he's stressed.
Day late and a dollar short.
Yeah, Eutharic looks down to the notes he was taking about the claims and the situation, and he just shakes his head and he says, sometimes these locals have the right of it, but Avacyn has been known to save all. You say they just didn't like him because he was the only one that came back from a storm?
He was the storm of the century, they called it. He was the only fisherman caught at sea to return. And when he returned, he found a wife who the townsfolk say was not pregnant, dead from childbirth, and a new daughter waiting. Delphine.
That was the other question. Who is this? You mentioned the misfortune that he had with his that she had with a playmate when she was a child. What kind of misfortune was this?
While Delphine's father forbade her from entering the sea, he kind of gestures out the window. There's very little. It is challenging to keep any children away from the rocks.
Sure, but
from what I understand, there were 2 incidents where 2 children suffered relatively minor injuries. Nothing that nothing too severe. But there was one who somehow fell. They say playing atop the cliffs to the south. They say his waterlogged body washed up 2 days after he went missing. And they say that the boy was last seen with Delphine. Now, these could just be tragedies where she is one of the victims as well, but Father Jacobus, dead. One fisherman on the docks, dead. And then Delphine being pulled out to sea without ever laying hand on oar or sail.
Was this fisherman on the dock that dead? Was that his boat that she took?
Yes.
Okay, I should add some notes here. That is concerning. I mean, we can explain away the priest's death, well, not fairly easily, but another one dying at the same time she's leaving. This is not good.
Yes, I agree. What eyewitness testimony do you have about these drowned people being raised from the dead to assist her?
What?
Are these confirmed sightings of
They are.
dead people walking like these?
Yes. Give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back.
This definitely has some supernatural bend to it.
Yes, I think.
I mean, the wife had a child but was never seen pregnant.
I do agree that the fisherman's story is the.
I mean,
I should have told me like that.
the sea is not by any means my greatest speciality, but
yes,
there are dangerous things that reside there.
My suspicion so far is that something has called to her out there, but I don't know what she's responsible for this herself. But
the brother's
except for
body
the
and the
fisherman,
fisherman.
the fisherman is a tricky one. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Unless it was there was some sort of invisible companion that killed them and was the one rowing the boat, perhaps.
That sounds like superstition. I like the facts. Bloodstained hands, bloodstained bodies, bloodstained books.
My time. A lot of strange things. He says, side-eyeing Gallant. Or Gallant.
Does definitely bear investigation.
Yes, I agree.
I take it we have to get there by boat?
You do. I have secured... it was challenging and will cost much. But I have 2 men who have agreed to take you.
This seems straightforward.
Yeah. Just one more question. Do you happen to know the one who sustained the injuries with Delphine when she was a child? Is that peer of hers still around? No?
The children? Yes.
Yes, the one. Maybe worth to talk with him. I'm not sure.
He looks at the 2 of you. You understand why you are here. You must deal with the fisherman's daughter. The question of what happened decades ago is not of import. There are people dying. The darkness rises off the coast.
Darkness rises within, too, sometimes.
Yes, actions made in haste can spread a greater evil than otherwise.
So let's pause for a second here, guys. Remember what we're playing. You guys requested something with clear good guys, clear bad guys. Just so we're clear with the campaign, this is not a thing of gray morality or whatnot. You are holy crusaders. You live in a world where there is clear expressions of evil.
Okay.
So you're free to do that. Just that I don't, if what you guys wanted was this, when we talked about Vegas before you joined, well, the guys had expressly requested, I really want to just fight some bad guys too, and I love that you guys were immediately like, let's go to these shades of gray. So
well, let's just.
And we're free to do that.
Like we still have to identify who the bad guy is.
Yeah, there is no straight path, and I mean, I have been known to play shell games with the ultimate adversary, but just so we understand kind of what the setting is too. That's.
Listen, I've been out here much longer than you guys. Usually, that's the bad guy. That's the bad guy.
There you go.
Well, and there's complicated problems sometimes have simple solutions.
Yeah.
Zar puts his hand on his sword.
Yeah.
So I think you can talk to if you want to talk to the the kids who were injured as well too. I think that the thing is they're not going to have any recollection of what happened. They know they got hurt as a kid, but they don't they know that Delphine was involved, but they're not going to have really any recollection of what other
Were there? Can we ask around? I'm wondering if there's a way to figure out if there were rumors around Jacobus and Delphine at all.
Yeah.
No.
Like if people thought there was anything untoward going on.
Well, if you're you can go and ask the folks in town, but you guys aren't from here.
Yeah.
Right. So
okay.
what I mean.
Well, what I'm wondering is maybe like when we ask the children and all that, we could like slip in some question about that since they would probably know, since that happened recently.
Okay. How do you foresee that happening? Are you acting out like flat out whether there's anything?
Well, just to say.
The reason I'm asking is the way you choose to frame that inquiry, that will tell me what skill we're going to roll to determine.
Okay, what I want to say is after we have asked them about their injuries, say Father Jacobus was killed with relation. No.
Oh, did Arlen freeze on me?
No, he's thinking.
I think I'm just quiet. Okay, I don't know. I can't think of a good way to bring it up particularly naturally.
Do you guys have any suggestions? Anyone else in the party have suggestions for how to phrase it?
It's well, possibly when we're asking about Delphine and they're just like, I don't remember. It's just, it seems like ask maybe if there's like she was a concerning child and see if they react to the idea of like, oh yes, and then maybe segue that into was Father Jacobins concerned about her and see how they react to that.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so why don't you give me whoever is taking the lead on that, give me a diplomacy check, please.
I might have the highest diplomacy score, actually. It's I'm over here. One moment.
Okay.
Got him. Okay, so character.
So you have a higher than a 0?
Let me check. I have a. I did not take diplomacy. Never mind. I thought I did.
Eutheric, did you take diplomacy?
Of course I did.
I got a big fat 0.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, sure.
Nice. Okay. I mean, they will tell you the exact same thing. Like, she is a cursed child. She was always a cursed child. She has just manifested as this is the doom that has come to Abelard for his actions. This angry older woman it's the mother of one of the children that you were talking to. What she tells you is, do you think that he would come back? Do you think that the storm would spare him without a cost being levied? This is the deal that he made to save his own skin when all the rest of our men died. This is it coming home to roost. The sea has reclaimed him and his bastard child as well. She was always always a foul omen in our community. Best that she had been cast into the sea.
Most likely. Well, let's not waste the sunlight, shall we?
Yes.
Horrors come out in the dark.
You asked about Brother Jacobus as well, too. He didn't seem to have any particular concern with her. Him checking in on her was, although, I mean, this lady thinks is that he was naive. That anyone in town could have told him that she was no good and that he should have left things be, but he insisted on checking in on her because her father went missing. None of them seemed particularly surprised that this is what happened.
No good deed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, is there anyone else you can talk to? We can do it in a similar kind of montage kind of format here. Is there anyone else that you would want to talk to in town? Any other lines of inquiry you want to follow up on?
Possibly about asking maybe some of the fishermen who might have known Abelard, and to see if they, if like he had anything like against them, like I know he wasn't well liked, but like did he ever might have had. I'm just trying to find out if he might have had something to do with the storm that came in that he survived.
Oh yeah, I mean
yeah.
Well, he was never. He wasn't a particularly overly friendly man, even before the storm.
Yeah.
But after the storm and after Delphine was born, he really even more so withdrew. And given the ill associations with his daughter, people generally didn't go out of the way to kind of talk to him. They didn't dislike him. They wouldn't. But I mean, apart from the bear, he had people help with his preparing nets, and repairs were made to his ship over the past 15 years. But it's not as if he wasn't inviting people over for dinner or going over there. His house was seen as a cursed house.
But he had no reason to be hostile towards the people that he really. That's what I'm kind of getting at.
No, he was not a hostile. He kept to himself. He wasn't chatty. He would be the bare minimum of civility. But again, over the years, people just took to only dealing with him when he needed. His house is located on the outskirts of town as well, so it's not as if there were constant reminders. It's like there's a one person in the tavern you're talking to who he walks with a limp, and says once you get used to something like this, you just forget that you forget that it's there most times. The same is with him. He was a blot on, and his daughter was a curse, but she so rarely came to town. I can't think of the last time she was brought in. It was only people passing by his home that we knew that she was still alive, and given the shadow that fell on his house, we saw no need to investigate further. He was left to do to his own devices. Though look what has befallen Festick now. A tragedy, 15 years in the making.
How far is the boat out to the lighthouse?
To the lighthouse, it is about 2 hours.
At what time of day is it right now?
Right now it's probably evening, but it's Innistrad, so it's overcast, it's gray, and there is usually fog that hangs in the evenings off the coast. It's the reason why the lighthouse is so important, is to warn off ships from that area.
Is there a safe place to stay out there in the night, or is it better for us to leave in the morning?
There is the lighthouse itself, but if Delphine has taken up residence there and is working whatever schemes that she may be employing out there, that may not be a safe place to rest. So you are
Well, I
inquisitors.
say we
Are you not?
we head out first light, and we can be back by dinner tomorrow.
Yes. This is a good plan.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to do? It sounds like you've got at least a little about a couple hours left of daylight, and then you've got the evening as well. What do you guys want to do in Festic before heading out, or is there anything else?
Hold on. Let me make my alchemy. that's the thing I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, so you guys have rooms in this inn as well too,
Yeah.
so you can assume that you've got enough time to do whatever you're doing. What? Let's talk about these characters a little bit now too. So what Donovan, it sounds like, has to set up his alchemy kit and is going to be working on his concoctions to be ready for the next day. Gallant, Eutheric, and Zar, what would your evening kind of routines be here?
Eutheric is going to spend time praying to Akroma to grant him might and power during the next day.
You'd be praying to Avacyn, probably.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, and hold on. No,
that's
you
cool.
come. Yeah, that's right. You come from Keswick, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Keswick, I think, is the one that has they do have a lot of it's like saints in the Catholic Church where there's lesser angels. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he's part of the Flight Alabaster, so he worships the lesser angel.
Okay.
Or maybe they supply the power to him. So.
Okay.
He does venerate Avacyn too.
Okay. How about so you're praying, Gallant? What are you doing?
So I think I'm spending the time mostly just kind of got the armor on a stand and the sword and make sure everything's in good condition for tomorrow. I was also thinking if the town lost a whole bunch or basically all of the fishermen 15 years ago, this place is probably not doing so great. So maybe I'll make a donation to the local church to try to help them out.
Okay. The local church is a shithole. This whole town is incredibly dilapidated, worn down, even more so than some of the other, Nephilian churches or communities that you guys have seen. This place in particular is fallen on hard times.
Yeah, but I'm not using it, so...
No. And what I'm saying is that, it will be of benefit, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and Zar?
He's just bored. He just eats his dinner, performs his obligatory preparations, and then goes to bed.
Okay. All right. So then the next morning, guys, you get ready, and the two men who have been hired to ferry you guys out are Bernard and Richard. And so Bernard is the older one. Richard is younger. There's about a 20-year gap between their two ages. Although Bernard is looks like they say he's 60. He's kind of that 60 going on 80 type. But he is as salty a sea cracker as you could ever come across. So he definitely does not seem scared whatsoever. Richard seems like he may have been bullied into this task by Bernard. So those will be your two boatmen. You don't need to worry about having someone else navigate for you. So then, any special preparations you guys want to make before you guys head out?
Hold on. I'm just still trying to figure out potions here.
Okay.
Chemical stuff. I get the advanced alchemy, right?
Uh-huh.
Alchemical crafting feat.
Okay.
Maybe I don't get advanced alchemy, so I need to actually make checks on this stuff because I don't have.
Oh, are you a bard alchemist or not?
Bard, yeah, bard with an alchemy folk
Okay.
with an alchemy archetype. So I think I need to make some checks.
No, you can make them. You just don't get the quick alchemy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have quick alchemy, so.
Well, we'll leave you to do that on the break, maybe. We'll take a break in 15 minutes just so we can get things moving here.
Good idea.
Okay, so then what do you guys get? What do you guys find is, again, it's another bleak and overcast day. There's a slight drizzle that's coming down, and in fact, I need to add one thing here. Let's see here. Okay. Here, guys.
Ooh. Immersive.
Ooh, there we go.
So, you guys are setting out. Let me change the... I think this is what I want. All right. So, guys, the four of you all kind of pile into these two rowboats. Not rowboats, but they're a little larger than a rowboat. They have a sail on them, but they're quite small. They're not the kind of thing that's going to be able to make a long ocean voyage, but kind of tooling around the coast is certainly what these things could be used for. Fishing as well, too. I mean, they're probably repurposed fishing boats. But they set out. Now, you can fit two of you in each boat, so who is traveling together?
I'll go with Zar.
Sorry. Oh yeah, I want to go. Yeah, Donovan wants to go with Gallant.
Okay, let me get you guys sent here. Oh, actually, you know what, guys? I have you set up that way. Perfect. So, you set out, and you quickly see, when you sail out of the kind of cove in which Falkirk is set, or not Falkirk, Festick, you sail out, and then turn to the kind of the right, and you now see it's a featureless coastline of craggy rocks. So there's, you know, tenacious scrub growth of moss and some small plants, but otherwise it is a desolate coastline that you are sailing along. You then turn further out to sea and begin heading out in the direction. It is not long before you see a low wall of mist or fog before you. And you can see that those of you who are in Bernard's boat, he looks down and kind of slaps the compass once or twice. It looks back at the two of you who are in his boat and says, "We're fine." And you slowly sail into the fog. It's hard to say how long you've been traveling in the fog, and the fog itself seems to completely envelop and swallow whatever sounds, you know, that you may be making, apart from the creak of Gallant and Eutheric's armor as they shift in the boat, the sound of the ropes and the sails as you guys are going along. And you're close enough so you can still see each other fairly clearly. But you worry if you drifted apart even 50 feet, 60 feet, that they may be completely enveiled by the thick fog. As you guys are drifting along as well, too, what you see up ahead is a blue light standing approximately... It's above the horizon and above the surface of the water. And as you guys get closer, you can see that it seems as if it's maybe 20 feet above the water. And as you get even closer towards it, it sends directly in your path towards the Devil's Teeth. What you can see is a bluish form, translucent, seemingly made of the same substance, the diaphanous moisture as the fog. It's a man, standing, arms behind his back, looking away from you out to sea. He's dressed like a commoner, and he stands approximately, it's about maybe now 10 feet up in the air, but there's nothing he's standing on. You would think that this may be some sailor standing on a ship, absent the ship, of course, staring out to sea. This person stops and looks back at you, or this glowing figure, and Richard, in one of the boats, gasps and utters one word. Abelard. Guys, why don't we take our mid-session break now, and we'll come back and see what you guys are going to do with the ghost of Abelard.
Okay. Ooh, map.
I'll get you guys situated here. So here are our heroes. Okay, so for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes here. I'm just going to take the pooch out, and we will see you momentarily.
Okay. Do I? Fused reagents concentrate. So Jonathan, so my reading of this, I'm not sure I'm getting any use out of infused reagents if I don't have quick alchemy.
Well, quick alchemy just lets you do it on the fly. Infused reagents let you prepare at the beginning of the day.
Okay, but the thing is I'm seeing is like they list there's advanced alchemy. So it doesn't. So here's the wording. You can use for the infused reagents. It says you can use them for either advanced alchemy or quick alchemy. And then, but my alchemist focused does not say that I have advanced alchemy.
It says under alchemist dedications, right above the special line, your advanced alchemy level is 1 and doesn't increase on its own.
Oh, okay. So that would imply that. Thanks. Yeah, good check. Good read.
I've used VMC alchemist with Valeria, so.
Yeah, I was worried there for a second because I'm like, oh shoot, I really should have taken that quick alchemy feat if that's the only thing I could use it for.
No.
But like, okay, so I could do. All right, cool.
Did you take a 4th level dedication feat?
I don't think I. No, I did not. I took my bard feat for that one.
So you pretty much only get to make 1st level concoctions.
Basically, yeah.
Which isn't bad.
No, it's not. It's no, that could have been. Yeah, there was one that I took the one feat for the bard that's basically like I can cast spells without people knowing about it. I figured that given the kind of game we're playing, it might prove useful. Maybe not for depending on how action oriented it is. Maybe I should have taken that. But okay. Let's see. All right. So does it just work? Is it just work for every batch? I get to make one item essentially.
A batch is 2 items.
A batch is 2 items. Oh shoot. Okay. That doesn't change depending on level. It just just is. Okay.
And you get to make. I think it's 3 plus your intelligence modifier or something? I'm not. Let's see.
It's level plus my intelligence modifier. So
your advanced alchemy is 1, regardless of your level. So.
oh, is that how they determine? Okay.
Yeah. Well,
So-
until you get a higher level alchemist dedication feat to increase
So
it.
my intelligence modifier is a 3, so I get to make 4, so 8 items in total.
Yeah, but they have to come in batches of 2. So if you made like alchemist fire, you got to make 2 for the one
Gotcha.
batch.
Yeah, totally. Gotcha. All right. Well, thanks for the help. That
Yeah.
been a lot quicker than me looking this up.
Just be thankful you're not playing a 5th level alchemist and have to pick through all the 5th level items.
Oh
you made
God,
and
yeah. No, it's.
I debated with that slightly, and I was like, nope, not doing it.
Oh shoot! I forgot to see if I could adjust my encumbrance and stuff.
Do you have a backpack? That adjusted a little
Oh yeah.
bit.
I was just gonna leave everything in the. I left everything in my mule. Or
So I'm
whatever.
pretty sure the backpack, I think the first 2 bulk you store in it don't count towards your total.
Oh really?
Because, yeah, I think that's what it said, backpack.
I think I did do that. I don't remember. Yeah, this is the thing that I needed to sort out before I started today, and I didn't. So.
Okay. All right, guys. So one thing I'm going to change is that this guy's actually only drifting about 5 feet above. It doesn't make sense that he'd be 10 feet above because I don't think the fishing boat would have been that high. So, other than that, yes. So this is. Are we all? Greg, you're back, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, perfect. So
Sorry.
this is what you guys see before you. What? Now, let's talk about the use of skills in Pathfinder. 'Cause, just like in Pathfinder 1. There are ways you can gather information based on your character's training and expertise. So the way that you do that is check for writing is the recall knowledge action, and depending on different types of entities that you encounter, it'll depend on different skills that you would use. So for this, I think that occultism is probably the check that would be most, that'd be easiest to make. So anyone who's got occultism, who's trained in it, you can go ahead and... Oh, sorry, recall knowledge is an untrained action in this. So occultism is going to be probably the easiest difficulty number. The arcana you could use, but it's going to be quite a bit harder because it's a different skill. Nat 1 from Czar.
I've got occultism is mine's 10.
So it's worth talking about this too. You guys do have hero points. Everyone started with 1 hero point. We are midway through the session, so you'll get a second one now. So do you want to spend that hero point to re-roll that Nat 1 there, Greg?
Nah.
Nah? Okay.
I rolled a 17 on mine, but
Okay. 17.
Ooh, yeah, etheric.
Okay.
23 right now. Right?
Oh, I could also use my bardic knowledge and stuff too.
Okay, but so that's only when you succeed, though, Eutheric, right?
When you fail a recall knowledge check, you learn a bit of truth and a bit of erroneous knowledge. So.
Okay, hold on.
I think you have to pick which skill your dubious knowledge is in, though. Is it occultism?
Trained in the skill with the recall knowledge option.
Yeah, but it's a skill feat, so it only applies to 1 skill.
Oh, it would have been occultism.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
The whole place is full of it.
Well, Gallant has already got a success. So, Gallant, here's what you know. Because this is a setting for, Magic the Gathering, the different kinds of magic have different associations with them, and it cuts through not only the spells that things use, it also cuts through into the supernatural aspects. In particular, geists, unquiet spirits. The fact that this one is blue, or has a blue hue to it, tells you that this might be something related to regret, or to madness, perhaps, or, yeah. Something of that ilk. This is not a white geist. A white geist would be someone that has, you know, has passed on without consequence. Red would be rage, someone dying with something undone. Green is just not in any way associated with humans in most cases. Black would be something that has a strong diabolic or necromantic association to it. Something seized, you know, drawn back across the netherworlds. This, though, is a unique kind of thing. So we got Donovan is actually up front. You can picture this thing is ahead of you. What do you guys do? Maybe what I can do, guys, is I'll put where this thing is. Let's see here.
I don't know if I want to do that. At this point, I think Donovan will just step forward and say, "Hail, dead friend."
Okay. This
How do you think today?
spectral creature stops and kind of looks back at you. It turns as if like standing or shifting its stance on this non-existent deck. And is actually, you can realize now that you are still, it's moving up and down ever so slightly as if it was standing on a boat that was aloft on the moving waters. And it just looks at you. You have its attention now, but it has not responded.
Why don't you come closer so we can talk?
What was that?
Come closer so we can talk.
No response.
Am I in the boat with Bernard or Richard?
You are in a boat with... actually, your choice. I'm not really fussed. You want to be the old guy or the young guy?
It doesn't matter. I turned to who's ever there and I just asked, is he looking towards the lighthouse?
Yes.
Can
That
we
is the
go
door.
around him?
Yes.
And how far away are we at this point?
From the lighthouse or from him?
From the lighthouse.
From the lighthouse, probably another hour of travel.
How are the fishermen reacting to this? Are they?
Bernard has his eyes narrowed, glaring at Abelard, or at least his geist. Richard is trembling.
Okay. Do you mind bringing us closer? I say to the fit. I ask.
Okay, well, I'll say Bernard is with you guys. So he says, "All right," and brings you in. How close do you want to go?
Let's close the distance by half.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I would like.
Euthoric groans when he sees the boat moving in, and he taps Richard. Is like, follow them.
Okay.
Perhaps you didn't hear me before, friend. What are you doing out here on this bad day of ill omens?
So when you guys get closer, he seems to be studying. The geist of Abelard seems to be studying what you know, as you approach. And he finally speaks. And his voice has that quality as if it is being delivered by a howling wind. Because it comes suddenly, and he speaks, and then it disappears. And what he says simply is, "Go back."
Nope, can't do it.
Your suggestion will be taken into consideration. Why should we go back?
She awaits. Would everyone give me a perception check, please? Nice, Eutheric. Oh, Greg, can I get you to mute your mic? You got a little bit of background noise there.
Yes, my daughter just woke up, so
Oh, yeah.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. I just gotta give her a hug. And stuff.
Sure, you got it. Yeah. Okay, so Eutheric, you Oh. 1 sec, did he mute? Okay. Eutheric, you for whatever reason, you spare a look to the side. You could swear something big just moved underneath your boats. It doesn't disturb the boats and doesn't disturb the surface, but there is a shadow lurking in those depths that's moved past. Doesn't seem that anyone else has noticed it.
Okay. Can I cast a spell?
Of course.
It's a verbal one action only. It's a message.
Okay.
I'll shoot a message over to Donovan and tell him.
What are the components for message?
It's verbal here.
Okay.
And I'll say something lurks beneath the boats. We should not tarry.
Let's head to the, Well, then I'm gonna say I'll probably relay that message to the, quietly to the fisherman who's guiding us.
Okay. So,
It's probably just.
you guys are going straight forward then?
I think.
Maybe suggest we take a little bit of, enough of a detour to go around the ghost a little bit instead of trying to go straight through him.
So as you guys go around, you get close enough to be able to read. I'm just going to move him rather than move you guys. And there's no islands in here either. This was just the clearest kind of open water map I had at hand right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So as this thing passes by, you think that you see a look on his face that might be pity. And then once you are past, I think Richard is, as he's moving along, keeps looking back to see this thing, to see him in the distance. And what you see, I guess feel, is first Eutheric and Czar. Boom. Something hits the bottom of your boat. The boat kind of drifts ever so slightly to the side. You guys hear this as well too, Gallant and Donovan. Boom. What do you guys do?
A little faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom. Donovan and Gallant, your boat has now been hit.
Oh shit.
Eutheric widens his stance and braces himself and looks around.
Okay.
Can we go faster?
He, unfortunately, the range of your vision is a little limited as well. And then you see ahead of you something slips out of the water. At first it looks like a prow of a ship pushing the white foam of water aside. And then it gets larger and larger. And a white fin sticks out of the water, growing larger and larger, and the shadow underneath the surface of the waves gets bigger. And it is coming directly towards your boats. Give me a moment here, guys.
Is Abelard reacting to it at all?
Abelard is behind you guys at this point. You guys sailed past, leaving Abelard's Geist behind you. He's still in view. He has a look, as I started describing to the guys, he has a look of pity on his face.
I'm gonna yell out, "Is this what you meant by she?"
Is this like a really big fish or a shark, or do we can't see anything else?
White fin.
Yeah. This is why I don't come to the ocean.
Okay. Hold on, where is it? Oh my goodness. You guys are in trouble?
Oh yeah.
Okay, give me a second. I need to make one quick change.
How far are we? Are we gonna be in initiative rolling phase yet, or?
You will be momentarily, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say I wanted to inspire courage if we had some time to do that, but if we don't,
You really don't. No, you can do that during combat if you like.
Okay.
I feel like I could use some courage right now. Gallant, on the other hand, is just fine. He's
Gallant.
Bring it on.
Okay, give me a sec here, guys. Oop. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So, this thing begins to crest, and what you see, let me switch up our music here, something a little more appropriate. That is not what I wanted. Okay. Is about, let's see here, maybe 100 feet in front of you. Guys, this is what is approaching you in 3, 2, 1. The one thing that you can see, who's out front there? Looks like we have Czar and Donovan at the prow. Each of you guys give me a perception check, please. This is for free. You don't need to spend a seek action to do this. Nice! Nat 20 from Czar. Czar, this thing is not living. It looks as if it is a rotted fish that has somehow come back to life. Now,
he'll just shout out like, "Undead!"
Okay. Then, guys, what we need to do is roll initiative. So, would you kindly click on your token, and then I think at this point everyone's using perception for it. I don't think anyone has any other skill that was at play here. So, go ahead and click on your token first, then click on initiative, and we'll populate the initiative tracker here. I'm going to roll for this critter. Okay. Well done, guys. Let's see here. This thing got 30 for its initiative. So,
Yeah.
okay. So first up is going to be Eutheric. So,
Okay. Movement on the boat. Considered rough terrain, difficult terrain?
moving the boat is fine. We'll say that it is regular terrain,
Okay.
but it is water all around you.
Thank you. Thark is gonna like move to the front, single action to move up 2 squares.
Okay.
And tell Zar, keep behind me. But I have no idea what this thing can do.
Okay.
He's going to raise his shield,
Yep.
and that's it.
That's it for him. Okay. Oh yeah, right. Because it costs 2 to ready in action. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This thing, the White Death. First thing it'll do is it will move 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is it just its fin above the water?
Say again?
Is it just its fin above the water?
That's right, yeah. So that's 1 move. Oh boy. Someone give me a D4 roll, please. Actually, give me a D6 roll, sorry. Not D4. There's 6 of you in the boat.
1.
1, okay. So I think it will be Bernard.
Oh no, Bernard.
This thing goes over here, and then what crests out of the water is perhaps the largest shark that you have ever seen. And this thing is clearly dead. Make my attack on Bernard.
Bye, Bernard.
By Bernard, indeed. Leaps up, and just so you know how much damage Bernard took,
I would like to activate my Protector's Sacrifice.
24 damage.
I would like to take 9 of that for him.
Okay, so you take 9 points of damage, and he dies.
Well,
So,
it's still an instinct he has.
absolutely, no.
Totally,
Yeah, no.
totally.
I don't know. I'm not saying that was a bad thing. And then this thing crashes into the water over here. Gallant, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna pull out my. I
Sorry, Bernard.
probably didn't have my sword out, but I did have to have my shield on my arm, so I'm gonna put the shield on my back, pull
Okay.
out the bow, and take a shot.
Okay, go ahead.
Do composite short bow.
Nice. That, unfortunately, sixing into this thing's hide doesn't seem to do anything.
Yep.
Okay. Donovan, what are you doing?
Okay. I am going to. Is it above water at this point?
It currently is, yeah. As is
Okay.
one of Bernard's feet.
So when I say
I decided on what I was making. I have 2. I'm gonna try a. Let's do an alchemist fire flask at it. And then that is a.
So I think it would be an action to ready it, right? Because you presume you're not
I have
walking along with an alchemist fire in your hand.
I have a bandolier, or whatever you call
Does it let you do that for free though, or does that let you just transport them?
It might just let me transport them.
Okay.
I think everything basically is one action to ready an
Yeah.
item,
So
independent of how
ready,
you're carrying it.
chuck it.
Yep. Go right ahead.
And
To make your.
then let's see what I got. And then I have class.
Oh, the bandolier allows you to draw a tool as part of the action that requires using them.
Say again.
The bandolier allows you to draw the tool as part of the action to use them.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, cool, perfect. All right, so I'm going to use my. So shoot, but I didn't put this in my range strikes. That's smart. God. This is why I got on early. Did that do anything? I knew I forgot something. Okay, so I'm proficient in alchemy bombs, which this is.
I'm going to let Zar take his turn, and then once you've sorted out what your stuff is, it'll be
Fair
yours.
enough.
So, okay.
Fair
Zar,
enough.
what are you doing? Oh, Greg, are you there? I don't hear you. You might be muted if you are there.
I am here. I had it muted because my
Okay.
daughter is sitting next to me.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. I want to. Well, I'm going to tell you what I want to do. I don't know if it's going to work. So I want to cast True Strike. I then want to draw my falchion, and then I want to use Hand of the Apprentice. Total, it should be all 3 actions total, to then target to hit the shark.
Yes, I think you, because Hand of the Apprentice has only 1 component. Yeah, you can. I'm going to give it some cover just because of the angle. If it's on the other side of the boat.
No, True Strike of ignores circumstance bonus and cover bonus.
Great. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, absolutely.
Gives you +5 to hit too. So.
No, it's just you roll twice, and then it
Sorry, yeah, I was thinking.
Okay,
you take the better one.
go
Okay.
right ahead. Ugh.
Well, obviously, I'll take the second one.
Yeah, not bad. That's actually not good enough.
Not good enough.
Nope.
Oh.
So that goes flashing out. It hits it. Yeah, that's not good enough. It hits its hide, it scours along it, but it doesn't seem to do anything to it. Eutheric, what are you doing?
It's silver weapon. Does that matter?
Does not, no. No.
It's magic.
Does not make a difference. You didn't hit its AC.
Damn it.
Yeah. So, Eutheric, what are you doing?
Let's go back.
Eutheric looks back and forth, and he's shocked that Bernard just died. So he's like, I'm not gonna have somebody else die, and he's gonna start casting Shield Other, and he's gonna target Donovan,
Okay.
Okay.
and then he's gonna raise his shield.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Donovan, what'd you do?
This book. I'm trying to find out how much damage it does, and then it refers me to something else.
It should be a.
Why don't we do this? Let's roll your attack to hit first. Let's cross that bridge first.
How about I just roll d20s? And
Yeah,
I'll
that sounds
figure it
fine.
out there. Okay, so what I want to do is maybe throw 2 of these and then cast Inspire Courage. That's one action.
There's absolutely no way you can do all those things in one round. Remember, you have 3 actions in one
Yeah.
round.
I thought you said what action I prepare throw, what action I prepare throw, and I have two.
And then Inspire Courage is only 1 action?
I think that's what I've got recorded. Yeah.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
that's
I think-
fine. Okay, so then go ahead and make your first roll. This one will be with no penalty.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that just.
That's probably not going to hit. So the second one is at -5 unless it is a agile weapon.
I don't think it is.
Okay, so then go ahead and make your... That might! What's
That
your
might,
total? Oh, no, because -5. It's 12.
-5,
Yeah.
12, probably.
Yeah,
12
so that's
plus,
probably
yeah.
not
All
going to
right.
hit.
Well, there go my alchemist fires. Then I will do my Inspire Courage, so everybody gets +1 on. Oh, we should have done that first, right?
Okay.
Okay. It is ally. Me and my allies.
Hold on. Do you have it entered in the spell?
Yeah, I do.
Just
I wrote
click
in
on
the
it.
description. Oh yeah,
Yeah. It's just easier that way. There we go.
that's right. So 60 feet. Yeah, we all gain +1 status bonus in there.
Excellent. What does it look like for your Inspire Courage?
He's the hurdy-gurdy man. He's singing songs of love. That's
Okay.
how it's gonna be going. Just he's reminding everybody of universal cosmic love as this shark is destroying us.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. This thing's turn. It goes under the surface. And then it will move. Remember, you can spend an action to seek to try and spot something as well, too. And that is all it does for its round. Gallant, what are you doing?
If I declare that I'm readying a shot with the bow, do I have to say like where I'm looking, or can I just
No,
say
I'm
looking
fine with you
everywhere?
saying like when if I see it surface, I'll shoot.
Okay. Then if I see it surface, I'll shoot.
That's 2 actions. You have 1 more. You want to do anything else?
It doesn't seem like it makes any sense to move within the boat, so I think that's it for me.
Okay. Hurdy-gurdy man, what are you doing?
Oh, okay. I am going to... Let's step back. So that potion thing, I'm not going to waste any more of that stuff anymore. Let's look at... I'm going to cast... Well, it's undead, so I don't know if that's going to work. I will do a... Oh, hell with it. Let's try to cast a... hideous laughter spell on it.
You can't see it, remember?
Oh, that's right. Okay, how about I do a... Oh, that could be interesting. Would that do something? Let's see. Oh, I didn't write anything. that just tells me if there is magic there. It doesn't tell me where.
Yeah, and detect magic, and I think that in a 2nd edition they actually expressly call out that things like illusions and whatnot, you can't detect traps and stuff like that with detect magic, the way you could in PF1.
Well, then in that case, I am going to. I guess I will hold my action, and if it resurfaces, I will then try to cast hideous laughter on it.
Okay.
Wait,
Zar.
2 actions to ready, right?
2 actions to ready 1, yeah.
And so then it's a... Oh, and if it would be 3 actions to ready 1, that's 2 actions?
No, you... I think you can
I think
only...
you just can't ready a 2 action.
Shit. Okay, well, in that case, let's do a...
Unless I suppose if you were hasted.
Yeah.
I really should have taken more weapons or something. I will ready a telekinetic projectile. I will throw one of these oars or something at it when it shows up.
That's a single action?
That's a single action.
Okay,
yeah,
great.
That's a cantrip.
Zar, what are you doing?
You muted?
I will seek. So is that perception?
Yes, please. Yeah, give me a perception check. Nice. This is not hard to see. That's where it is, about 20 feet down. A blackened shadow moving along.
It's out of range. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
What?
I think then, if you spend an action to point out to them that that's where they are, then that everyone else can. I think it's a free action to just be able to see because you pointed it out, they can seek and automatically see it.
Okay, then I'll just... Over there.
Okay, so Zar sort of shouts, "Over there!" Eutheric, what are you doing? You have to spend 1 action to see where the thing is, and then you can take 2 more.
At this point, I can't really do anything until it gets close, so I'm just going to raise my shield and ready an action to hit it when it comes within range, but
Okay.
I'll decide when to use my shield or my weapon, whichever comes first.
Okay, you got it. All right, this thing's turn. So it turns around and begins coming towards you guys. And let's see here, we're going to roll randomly. I'll roll in chat here. Evens, Eutheric, odds, Zar. Odds, Zar. Oh, no! All right, so this thing bursts out of the water. That is a hit. It will be. It's so big, though. Your triggered action from both of you guys will go first. Zar had telekinetic projectile. Oh no, Donovan had telekinetic projectile. Eutheric had a melee attack, right? And
I will say for this, I screwed up, and he thought it was a 1 action. It was a 2 action. So
he's fumbling for his reaction. Okay.
Yeah, he's fumbling around.
So then, Gallant and
Gallant had a shot.
Yeah. Gallant and Eutheric, go ahead and make your attacks.
I would like to spend a hero point on that, if I may.
Did you miss? Oh yeah, go right ahead.
I don't know if that'll hit, but it's better than what I had.
No.
It's going to be kind of hard to hit it.
Okay.
Nothing for me.
All right. So then that is those shots miss. this thing unfortunately does hit Czar. And let me get damage here. Czar, you take 15 points of damage from this thing's massive jaws. And then I need you to give me a reflex save, please. As it crashes into the water between you guys.
Oh, you need one from me?
I need one from Czar, please.
Oh, okay.
And Czar takes 15 points of damage. Nice. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So Czar staggers back from this, you know, massive bite. Having, I mean, it's hit points, so we're not going to keep describing. He's not been bit by a shark, but he's nearly borne into the water by this thing. Some savage cuts on him. And then... Big hit. All right, Gallant, you're up next. What are you doing?
Is it close enough that I could hit it with my sword from here?
Absolutely.
Excellent. So, longbow onto the back. Actually, drop longbow into the floor.
Free action. Yep.
That's a free. Draw the sword.
Yep.
And I'm gonna do a two-handed power attack.
Nice. Okay.
For 2 actions.
Here we go.
Do.
Big hit.
Kill it dead. Hero point.
I think I'm gonna spend a hero point on that.
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, wait, we do have Bardic Inspiration. Does a 25 hit it?
25 does not. No. All right, Donovan, what are you doing?
Jesus Christ. Okay. I should have taken more combat applicable spells. Hideous Laughter, I realize it's one living creature, and this does not look living, so I will probably chuck 2 more of these. I still don't have that figured out. Shit.
It's a D8 plus 1 persistent fire.
Okay, D8 plus 1 persistent fire. Okay. All right, so there's my first throw.
What's your total?
Dexterity, and I'm trained in it. So
yeah, level plus 2 plus your dex mod.
Yeah.
2 level plus 2, so 5, 7. Dex mod is let's get. I'll get this level 2 in there at some point. 1, so plus 8, so 21.
21 is unfortunately not good enough.
All right. Well, maybe I will not do that for my second action then, and I will. Let's see.
Any spells that rely on saving throws?
Yeah, the Hideous Laughter, but that's not going to work on this. I'm going to do a. Well, I guess at this point I can do my 2-action telekinetic projectile, so I will do that. That's a 2-action, so I'll do that.
But it's a second attack, which means it's going to be -5.
Yeah. What else am I doing?
Yep. Okay. Go ahead. Come on. Get that nat 20.
I had it all entered in here. It's not. Whatever. Let's do another 20.
You.
No, that will not do it.
All right, Czar, what are you doing?
Mute.
All right, so it's within 30 feet.
It is within 30 feet, absolutely.
I will use.
Is someone counting for how far away it is?
No, that's just my daughter. I will do the reach Bene Magic, and then I will cast Vampiric Touch.
Nice.
Oh, I guess. Well, he's undead though. Does that?
Undead. I don't know.
It's negative energy. Does that affect him then?
Don't do that.
Yeah,
who knows?
Do that.
Yeah. No. I'll do the reach and I'll do shocking grasp.
Nice. Okay.
So that's just I don't have this stuff entered in here, so I guess that's roll 1d20 plus 11.
Okay.
Ah.
You got 2 hero points, I think. At least 1 you're sitting on. Do you want to hero point that? Reroll?
Yeah. I'll use one of my hero
I
points
see
for
it's
that.
10 o'clock right now, so everyone gets another hero point.
Ooh, I'm at 3.
Oh, good.
I probably should have used that.
Roll 1d20 plus. I mean, I think I gotta get. This is. Jesus.
All right, so there's lightning that plays across the surface of the water, but unfortunately it doesn't actually connect with that thing. That was, what, 3 actions or 2 actions for the shocking
That's
grasp?
3 actions.
That's 3 actions.
The reach is 1 action, and the spells 2.
Got it. Okay, Eutheric, what are you doing?
Eutheric curses, and he calls out to Akroma's name. Is like, Akroma, banish this thing. I'm going to do a 3-action burst heal.
Nice!
I'm going to hit everybody with healing and damage the creature. So
Okay.
I didn't roll my damage in there. So
Oh, you have to enter it as
I did.
double square brackets?
I did, but it didn't. But there you go. So, damn it.
Oh, that's weak.
Oh.
Should be a
Okay.
stat bonus to it.
However, that does... One second here. Let me...
I think it's a basic fortitude save to resist.
To half it, yeah.
Okay, hold up. Basic fortitude save. I'm setting a bar here for it.
So you healed 7, sorry.
There you go, guys.
And so do I.
Okay. Basic fortitude save. Here we come. I got a 32.
Yeah, you take half.
Half. Oh, God. Okay, however...
Its AC is so high, otherwise I'd try to hit it with something really hard.
Yeah, but this is a good strategy. And take a look at the effectiveness of your strategy.
Ooh. It's a fragile
This thing
thing.
burns with the radiant energy that bursts out from Eutheric. This thing's turn. It, once again, plunges under the water.
Happy.
Okay. Gallant, what are you doing?
Alright, I am going to seek as 1 action.
Give me a perception roll, please.
And perception. Do.
You spot it. Right there.
Alright, then I'm going to point it out to my allies as an action.
Okay.
And
What do you
that's
say?
the end of my... I gesture with the sword and say, "It's over there!"
Okay. Then that's it for your actions?
Yes.
Okay. Donovan, what are you doing? It's 20 feet below the surface. You would need to spend an action to spot it.
Yes, Donovan doesn't care about that. I'm gonna pick up the oars because our guy died.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, since I'm not much use. I'm gonna pick up the oars and maybe start to row away from it. It's gonna get
Well,
up to
so
us
3
anyway.
actions would be one would be grabbing one oar, one would be grabbing the other, second would be getting yourself in place.
Okay,
So I think you're ready to start. Yeah. Okay. Czar, what are you doing?
I'm looking up the Staff of Fire. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Oh, I should have written the page numbers down. If you want to go to the next person, they can go before me.
Sure.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Eutheric, what are you doing? You have to spend an action to see it.
I'm going to do that. Do I need to roll for it?
No, it's automatic because Gallant spent time pointing it out to you.
Okay, then I'm going to look down to Ricard there and say, start rowing, and I'm going to raise my shield.
Okay. This thing's turn. That fin comes back up, starting to move its way back towards you guys. And let's see here. I'm going to roll randomly here. Evens, it will be Gallant. Odds, it'll be Donovan. Evens. Gallant. So this thing bursts out of the water. Giant jaws open. That actually might be a miss. Oh, hold on. 28.
Yep, that is a hit.
Okay. Slams into you. You take 19 points of damage, and I need a reflex save from you, please.
Alright. 19 points of damage and reflex save. I'm going to spend a hero point.
It's a good call.
That's
Okay.
better.
Make sure you're tracking your hero points on your token, too, guys. You may be doing this, but...
Yep.
Okay, great. And... Alright, so then this thing plunges. So you get knocked back as well, Gallant. But you are not knocked into the water, thankfully. Greg, you ready to go with Czar?
Yeah, so I'll use Burning Hands off. Well, is he within 15 feet?
He was not at the time, but didn't you tell me that you wanted to drop down in initiative order?
Oh no, I go to the next person because I was looking up the Staff of Fire, but
Right. So, but didn't
So he
you
was
tell me
not,
you
so-
wanted to drop down in initiative order and go right after this thing, knowing that it would be splashing between the two boats?
yeah, that's exactly what I meant to do.
I thought that's what you said. Yeah. Sorry, you might have been muted. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I think I was muted. Yeah,
Okay.
my daughter was talking. So I used the Staff of Fire. I will use Burning Hands. It's a 15-foot cone. 2d6 damage, basic reflex save.
Okay, so you will not hit anyone. I might hit your boat though, but that's a that is not a what do you call it? A problem for you yet. So how much damage does it do?
2d6.
2d6, and I get a reflex save on there, or some kind of save.
It's an item level 3, so it should be heightened to second level.
The spell is second level.
It should be, because it's the item level 3.
Okay.
So it's 4d6 then.
Okay. So
All right, we're rolling that right now.
Yeah, go ahead and roll 46 damage, and then I'm going to
11.
11. Okay. So let me check for the save. I think you said basic save. Yeah, basic reflex. So let's see here. Save DC for this is what?
Use your spell attack roll and spell save DC when casting a spell from the
Yeah.
staff.
Okay, I rolled a 26.
Oh yeah, that's probably decent.
So okay, so it's only half damage, but it is enough. So it's 5 points of damage. But it's also this thing's hide seems particularly combustible. Okay, so that was Czar's turn. Gallant, what are you doing?
Is this square stand-inable, or is it too much in the water?
So I think what I'll do is you'll have to move over there to be standing on the side of the boat, and I'll make you make an athletics check.
Jump on it.
All right, I can do that.
Do that.
I will move and do my athletics check.
There we go. This is part of it too. Nat 20.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a +2 to hit with this because
Alright.
of the this thing did not expect you to be.
And remember, you're still inspired, so you still get that additional +1.
I know
Alright,
it-
so we got that.
Oh yeah, right. Because it's it lasts how many rounds? 1 round per level.
I think that's a
I
good
thought
question.
that the spell said only 1 round.
It is
Oh,
one
you
round,
might-
yeah.
Oh shit! Never mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Bardus, so he has to maintain it, so.
Okay.
Oh.
Gallant,
I'm
go ahead and make
not-
your attack roll. +2.
Power attack for 2 actions,
Here we go.
and I'm using a hero point.
Yeah, good call. Come on. Yo!
Yeah.
Big hit.
Uh,
Oh, and it's slashing as well. So watch this. Boom!
Oh yes.
Zombies
Nice.
are not fans of slashing damage either. So you slash across the side of this thing. It splits open, revealing this like cartilage and skeletal structure inside. And you see inside there too, his head lolling back and forth, is Bernard.
That's gross.
Okay.
And then as a free action, I shout, "Payback's a bitch, you undead monster."
Nice. Donovan, what are you doing?
I think we've got this thing on the run. I think I'm going to. So I'm still sitting down.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to do is I think I am going to do the Inspire Courage on my allies again.
Okay.
And then,
Does that have a somatic component?
well, because I have to let go of it.
Yeah.
I think it did, if I recall. No, it's just verbal.
Just verbal,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So,
All right.
Inspire, so you showed out, yeah, you've got him on the ropes. You still have 2
Okay.
more actions, I think?
I still have 2 more actions. I don't know if we want to row away. Are you? Wait, did Gallant jump on this guy?
He's
No,
jumped
he's
on the side of the
on
boat.
George Washingtoning on the side of the boat.
Oh, George Washington. Okay. Then let's say. I don't know. I'm gonna say. Maybe. You know what? I'm gonna tell you what. Can I? Well, that's would since I'm doing this. Is that gonna be 1 action to move to row?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to hold my action to start rowing if he disappears.
Okay.
That's what I'll do.
Okay. Eutheric, what are you doing?
I'm going to... There's not much room to maneuver here. I'm going to try and smash it with my weapon.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, get over here, you undead bastard.
Come on, big money.
Nope. I'm going to try one more time, and then I'm going to raise my shield.
Okay, so we -5 for this one.
And I have a +1 because of its courage. Is that a 26 hit?
26 is not. Oh, if that was your first...
12.
Yeah. If you spent a hero point, that would have been your reroll.
No, it's not worth it. I'll raise my shield.
Okay. All right, so this thing. First thing that happens is it... Whoops, wrong thing. It plunges beneath the surface again. Then it moves... Then the ready to action triggers, so I'm going to move the boat here forward by 20. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Record better be following him.
Move you guys up here. Okay. And then it is Czar's turn. What are you doing?
I will look for him again.
Give me a perception roll, please.
Hold on.
You can see him over there.
How far away is he? Where the hell is he? Oh, way over there.
Oh,
Yeah, I will. So, how many charges does the staff get? I forgot.
Staff, I think it's a number equal to your level per day, and then you can also charge it up with more. So if you cast Burning Hands at second, yeah. Oh no, it's is it automatically heightened? I think if you heighten it, John, doesn't it use up extra charges? Because it's...
It should use a charge equal to the spell slot you expend, or it does use up 2 charges.
Yeah, so that uses up 3. If you cast it as a second level spell, it would use up 2 charges.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then the number of charges in the staff, I think, are... Because it's one of the things you ready at the beginning of the day. And I think it's equal to your...
Highest level of spell you're able to cast.
There you go. So it's...
so 3.
Third. Okay, so you have 1 more charge left in it, and then you can also make use of the cantrips at will.
Yep.
And again, this thing's still 20 feet below...
I'll ready the action to use the staff, the Burning Hands again if he gets within range.
I don't think you can, because
feet.
Burning Hands has... Remember, Burning Hands has 2 components to it. You can't ready an action...
Well, no, but I'm off the staff.
Right, but...
You'll have to delay your action again.
Yeah, you still... Staff isn't 1 action to activate. You still have to spend amount of time equal to the spell.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, because you can only ready an action is basically trading 2 actions right now for 1 at a later point.
Yeah.
And it takes you more than 1 action to cast a spell, so you're not able to cast a spell.
Oh, I thought the staff was just 1 action to use.
No.
I point him out and I'm done.
Okay. Gallant.
Alright, I'm going to step back into the main part of the boat, and then I'm going to ready my sword. If it gets close, it gets within sword distance.
Okay, so that means you don't know where it is.
I'm not doing a power attack. No, I'm doing a readied regular attack.
Well, also means that you don't know where it is because you didn't seek.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So if it comes up next to me, I'll be able to hit it, but otherwise, no.
Because it's coming... I might make a contested roll there because...
Okay.
That's fine. If you don't know where it is, then... okay, Donovan, what are you doing?
I think he's just going to, yeah, you know what? I think I'm just gonna take First, I'm gonna continue to do my song. So that everybody still can keep their +1.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, I think I'm just gonna spend 2 actions to just keep rowing.
Okay.
I'm getting out of here.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's that saying about separating the party?
Well, Record's
They have
following him.
What happened to their dude? How come their dude's not rowing? That's my question.
Yeah.
You
I told
tell
him to
me.
row.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
When did you tell him to row?
It said follow them when he went to go get the oars.
Did you spend an action doing it?
I did.
Are you sure about that? If we check the tape?
Yeah. Pretty sure. Because
Yeah.
the thing wasn't anywhere near me, so I had to, you know.
So then I will move. I'll move it on your turn then.
Well, just in case, I'm telling him to move now. And then I'm gonna get my character to the bottom of the boat and raise my shield, so I make myself a
Actually, you
target.
know what? You know why he can't? Is because you guys have been sailing. You haven't been making use of your oars. He'll raise the sail again, and he'll slowly start moving it forward.
Okay.
4. Okay. All right. Here we go. So Eutharic, sorry, what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna get to the bottom of the boat here, and then raise my shield so that I'm a target.
Okay. This thing's turn. Let's see. One evens odds. Odds. It's going for you guys. All right. I can do another jumping attack, or you guys really hurt it last time, so I think what it's going to do. It's going to move.
Sharks are mindless eating machines anyway, and now it's undead.
Up to here. It does not surface, but what it does is makes an attack on your boat.
Oh, you bastard.
That is a hit. Not a lot of damage, though. Okay, so the boat, you can see some of the boards on the side of the boat begin to kind of buckle in, and a little bit of water begins to leak in. It is right where it is, but it is 5 feet under the water right now. Czar, what are you doing?
Muted?
Oh, Greg, you there?
Yeah, I am. Sorry, just keeping it muted.
Okay.
I don't think I took it.
So what? Oh, were you trying to see? You can see where it is. You've seen this thing come up. It's underneath the boat, and it's attacking the bottom of the boat right now.
Yeah. I was just. I thought I had a thing I might be able to mend the boat, but I don't. Well, I mean, I guess I hold my action with the staff if he appears next somewhere near the boat.
Yeah. Okay, but if you're holding your action with your staff, that's only going to be a melee attack then. You can't, remember, you can't use spells because they take, unless it's a one action spell, you can't ready a spell because it's more than one action. Right?
Boy. I drop the staff.
Okay.
I draw my falchion, and I will ready that attack. Oh no, that's
Okay.
too many actions, isn't it?
You can try and swing at it.
Dropping is free. So
Then it is. Yeah.
it's
Then.
5 feet under the boat. I don't think you can get to melee.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll
Do that? Okay.
hold the action to if he comes within range for me to strike, I will strike.
Okay. Gallant, what are you doing?
Okay, so
Remember, you don't have any idea where this thing
I know
is
I
right
don't
now.
know where it is. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna seek.
Okay. You can automatically see where it is then.
Okay.
Their boat is being, smashed back and forth, so I think you have no difficulty seeing where it is. 2 more actions.
Then I'm gonna shout at Donovan, "Take us back to it! I can't hit it from here."
Okay. That'll be a free action. What are you doing?
Okay, and then I'm gonna do same thing as last time. Ready the sword if I get into melee range.
Okay. Donovan, what are you doing?
All right. Do I need to take 3 actions or 2 actions to get it close to where I am?
You can move it 20 feet per round or
Oh,
per
so I
action.
can get it. I can get it there with 2 actions then.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll take 2 actions to get it back there, and then I'm gonna do my song. So
1, 2. Okay, there you go. And then I'll move you guys down here. All right. Eutharic, what are you doing? This thing's eating your boat.
It's just outside of melee range, so he's gonna snarl and just start conjuring up a divine lance of light and try to lance it through the water.
Should
Nice!
Gallant get an attack too? 'Cause we
Not
got
close
within
enough.
range. Oh, I thought we got it within range.
No, we're just out of range.
And it's 5 feet under the
It's
water.
still underwater. So.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, that is a hit. And that's not a crit.
Yeah, I rolled triple ones.
Oh, no.
Why?
Oh, God.
You do get +1 to your damage roll
I don't.
for my song.
Well, okay,
There
but
you go.
it's,
1 extra damage.
so,
All right,
yeah,
so this
I
does
did that.
it pierces that murky water and scours
raise
the
the
side of
shield.
this thing. And get your shield ready.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, then this thing's turn. It is going to make 1 attack on the boat. Now, no, it lets go of the boat and pushes it 5 feet away. It has to spend 1 more action to move up towards it. And then misses. It doesn't do damage. Let me just quickly move the boat here.
Did it surface?
No, it's underneath trying to take the boat down. You guys really heard it before, so it is...
Ooh, don't engulf me.
yeah, it's underneath there trying to bite to basically sink the boat. Czar, what are you doing?
Can I see it?
You can see it under the water. It's 5 feet underwater. Like, if you got, like, magic missile or something like that, you can definitely...
Yeah, I guess I was about to say I'll use magic missile at 3 charges.
Nice!
Blast it.
Excellent.
Blast
Go ahead and
the hell
cast
out of
it.
it.
Yes.
There are 3 actions. Well, I'm almost
What
out
does
of
your
first-
magic missile
I'm
look
actually
like?
out of first level spells now. Sorry, what?
What does your magic missile look like?
Oh, nope, I did not prepare that spell.
Oh, no!
Oh no!
Oy.
I forgot about that.
Your Hand of the Apprentice...
It is within 30 feet, though.
yep.
I will use Shocking Grasp again, because I have. I'll use the Reach, which
Yep.
gives me allowed to touch up to 30 feet.
Yep.
And then I will. Hold on a second. Oh no, I guess if I use the Reach, I won't be able to heighten it. No, you can heighten it. You can cast it at any level, right? So,
Yep. Yep.
where's the?
Though I think you need to prepare it as the higher level spell, though.
Yeah. You do. Unless you're a sorcerer and you have a specific class feature.
Yeah. Like, if you got to prepare it as a first level spell, you have to cast it as a first level spell. You have to prepare it as a second level spell if that's what you wanted.
All right. All right. So, what is the damage on that?
Uh, 2d6 or 2d20, 2d12. You have to make an attack roll though.
Yeah. So I'm gonna fail anyway. So.
Well, you're saving quite a bit
let's
of hero points here, so let's try.
So that's 1d. Oh wait, roll 1d. 20 plus 11.
Okay.
Can hero point it.
You can hero point it. Yep. If you are just
I
push
think-
up on your arrow key to get the same roll, then hit enter.
Up on your. No, it's not doing it.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen.
Shit. Okay. So that is, I think that's what, 2 actions? You still have 1 more, if you like.
No, he reached, so that adds.
No, I had
Oh,
to do
right,
reach.
right. Okay.
So.
Gallant, what are you doing? Arlen?
I am okay. Sheath the sword is 1 action.
Okay.
Grab the bow from the bottom of the boat as the 2nd action.
Yep.
But I'm assuming it's got a fair bit of cover between the water and the boat that it's under and all that sort of stuff. So it seems like it's not really worth shooting.
Underwater, basically, hold on. I don't think it actually provides any penalties for arrows. I was actually looking under aquatic combat. It gets 5 resistance against acid and fire, -2 penalty to melee slashing or bludgeoning attacks. Range attacks that do bludgeoning slashing automatically miss. piercing made by the things have their range increments. Other than that, no other penalty.
Whoa.
Okay. Well, then I will take a shot with my last action.
Go ahead. Phew. Dude.
I'm gonna do it with that.
Okay. All right, Donovan, what are you doing?
Oh, okay. Well, first I'm gonna do my song.
Okay.
That's the same thing, and then I will. Let's see. Anything I can actually do with this? I'll attempt to throw another telekinetic projectile at it.
Okay.
It's 2 action things. Okay. Where's the? I thought I could click in here to roll, but I guess not. So. You know what? I've got all these heroic hero points lying around. I'm gonna have to do another one.
Okay. That is not good enough.
No.
Eutheric, what are you doing?
Eutheric is getting pissed off with this thing. He says that's enough, and he's gonna burst heal again with 3 actions.
Oh.
Okay.
It should hit everybody with this one. There we go. The damage
Okay.
worked that time.
So let's see
10
here.
positive. Unless it
10
critically
positive.
fails.
Nice. Okay, so let me make a
Unless it critically
save.
fails it.
What's
roll
your
the
save
one.
DC? Is a 21?
1.
Oh!
The bitch.
I actually failed. Okay.
Well, so he takes full 10 unless he critically fails.
He actually takes... Watch this. Burns this thing. You can see it flaming bright underneath the water. Bubbles kind of come up around it.
I'm sorry, you're gonna heal 10.
Okay. This thing...
10.
On its turn, let's go with the boat, goes down, and it comes up and slams into the bottom of the boat, and I'm going to make a basically bull rush on both of you guys. So I need Eutheric and Zar to give me a athletics check, please.
Oh, okay.
What about the guy who's the pilot guy?
Pilot's going to... We'll see if these guys make it.
Oh, isn't his DC equal to our skill limit?
No, I'm going to reverse it. You guys are making a
Okay.
skill roll against him.
Well, I'm definitely spending a hero point on that.
Okay.
Nope. Crap.
Shit! So Zar manages to grab, even though he's got a falchion in his hands, he grabs the rope. Someone give me a D20 roll for Richard.
Ooh.
Eutheric, however... Ooh! Okay.
Either way.
So Richard is in the water now, and that's a crit failure on your part there, Eutheric. So...
Well,
Hold on here. Let's see what happens.
got one more of those burst heals for it, if it wants to try.
Okay. I think you're a
Can
great.
I use my reaction to try to grab him from falling off?
What kind of armor do you have?
I am wearing split mail, but I got a really good athletics check.
You know what I'll let you do, Zar? You haven't used your reaction. I'll let you make a reaction. Give me another athletics check. Let's see if you can grab Eutheric as he's going over.
Sorry, buddy. I never make 2 good rolls in a row, so...
Well,
Oh,
you did.
Nice!
Yeah.
So, Eutheric, here's the thing. Because this is the one thing that this rule carries over from previous editions is their rules for swimming in armor are fucking ridiculous. You would have sunk like a stone.
So is it like Pathfinder 1 where you double your penalty against?
No, you
check,
can't
or-
swim. Full stop. You're wearing metal armor. You don't swim.
Oh, that's not good.
No, no, it's not. So you are about to fall off the edge, but then Zar grabs you and pulls you back. Thing is, you could have spent a reaction as well to catch a ledge. Remember that? That's a reaction in PF2 as well.
Okay.
But thankfully, you don't need that. So this boat comes down. It's only Ricard who's gone into the water. And then as its final action, I do take -5 to this hit. Ricard is gone. But it has surfaced now in order to do that. Zara, what are you doing?
Eutheric would likely want to take that damage from him if possible, but he knows it didn't help the other guy. It'll take 9. I don't know if that'll save him or not.
No, you'll take 9. Yeah, you'll take 9 points of damage then.
Okay, does it save him?
No.
Damn. I still do it, though. I still do it.
Okay.
So is he within 15 feet?
He is right next to you. He's within 5 feet.
I will. And he's surfaced?
Yep. He's busy eating your sailor.
I drop the falchion, I pick up the staff, and I use the burning hands off the staff.
Yes, that's awesome.
Let me make the save here. So I do make save. It's a half damage, but go ahead and roll damage.
Roll 2d6.
Oh,
Nice. Guys?
fucking shark.
Okay. You destroy this thing. All right.
Good job, guys. Good
And this
job.
burning stuff falls beneath. What you can see is the floating blue geist of Abelard is still emotionless, watching you. So, guys, what happens next? You have a moment to kind of recover here. What are we doing?
Pick up my falchion,
Yeah.
put it away.
Okay. Looks
None
like
of us have any type of like sailing expertise, so
We could row, probably.
well, the problem with rowing is that isn't it all treacherous waters?
it's treacherous waters. It's also in a fog bank.
Yep. So not
I guess. Well, technically,
perfect option. But
guys,
The lighthouse. We can just go towards it.
there is one sailor in this scene.
Is there?
Come on. Do I have a vehicle proficiency?
Oh, the ghost.
The ghost! Oh,
Yeah, Abelard.
yeah.
Okay, so now that this thing it's scoured and scorched, husk kind of like sinks below the black waters. Stillness falls upon the area again. So, what are you guys doing?
I'm sending a prayer to Chroma to watch after the 2 recently deceased fishermen.
Okay. You can hear the lapping of the water against the hull.
I'm going to, well, I don't assume the ghost is not going to be much of a help. I'm going to
I'll call out Abelard's name. See if he looks.
He turns and makes eye contact with you.
I'll say we have to find Delphine. She's in trouble. Can you guide us?
His eyes grow wide. Delphine, he says.
She's at the lighthouse.
The sea. Sorry, I'm not doing my ghost voice. The sea calls. The debt repaid.
What debt?
My debt to the dark sea.
What is Delphine?
My daughter. My debt. My doom.
Take us to her.
He turns and gestures as if working with invisible rigging of some kind. And then turns back, and he seems to be moving as if some invisible craft was bearing him forward. Let me just do one thing here, guys.
I'm gonna ask.
I'm gonna offer to take the oars from Donovan since I'm
Yeah.
guessing I have a better
You've got
strength score or
Yeah,
athletics
probably.
or whatever's relevant.
Well, we could do 2.
Yeah, we could
Maybe.
one on each
Okay.
if you want.
Yeah.
Let me just position you guys here. So it takes about an hour, although of course it feels much, much longer.
Is he with us?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to ask him at some point. I'd be like, hey Fred, did you happen to kill any fishermen on the docks lately?
He makes no response.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Some point during that hour, I will spend 10 minutes to regain my focus point.
Yes, of course. Okay. And guys, this is what you see as you approach. You are down here. This is the coastline. What you can see is right around there, there is a ruined ship. And then right in here. This is where, let me actually, you know, I've got, I'll put a lighthouse there. Give me a sec. Let's see, let's see.
The waters here change hues. It is most unnatural.
Yeah. Okay, where are we here? Where? Again, I do love his map sets, but it would be really helpful if it was labeled a little better.
I'm gonna use a toilet real quick while you're looking for that.
Yeah, you go right ahead. Okay, here we go. Oh, this will just be... So right here, guys, that big circle thing there. That will be... Oh, maybe this will be easier to see. Hold on.
Small white house. That's it.
There you go. It's the distance that it covers, not the... I'm more interested in having something you can see rather than being accurate for the lighthouse.
Sure.
So, that is where this thing stands, and it's what you can see is that at the top of this, the lighthouse itself probably stands about 100 feet tall, and at the top, though, in place of the kind of brazier or burning lantern or whatever that you would expect to find, there is a baleful, almost like greenish black light. I guess it's not, it wouldn't be, it'd be like greenish and yellow mixed with kind of a like darkish purple. It is clearly unnatural in any event, and each of you feels a stirring in your stomach, and you worry for getting closer. Once you get to kind of this cove leading into where the lighthouse is, Abelard's Geist stops. And you realize that you're still drifting forward while he is not.
Would you like us to say anything to Delphine when we see her?
Does not respond.
Anything you would like us to say to the Dark Lord of the Sea when we see him?
Does not respond.
Wave. Thanks for the help, Abelard. We couldn't have done it without you.
He turns and looks at you.
Actually, would you mind hanging out a little bit? We might need you on the way back.
Ignores you.
Huh.
He's looking at Gallant.
Ooh.
If this was an exchange of services, you better tell us now what you want.
No response.
Okay.
Want some money?
Not even looking at you.
How is the debt to be paid?
He turns and looks at you. My debt is paid.
Delphine was the debt?
He nods his head forward. Her doom awaits.
I have a sneaking suspicion that returning Delphine to the water is our goal. That might involve drowning her.
Does Abelard respond to that?
Abelard doesn't even look at you, Theric.
So, since he's looking at me, I'll say, does she have to be returned to the sea?
He doesn't respond.
Is it possible to save her? He's not paying attention to me.
Nope.
Okay.
Can she pay the debt outside of her life?
He turns. Her life is my debt, paid to the sea.
So be it.
So what are you guys doing?
Start rowing to the coast.
Yeah.
Before we start rowing, do we see like undead milling about or anything like that?
Yeah.
Any type of
Not at all.
evidence? Of...
Not above the blackened surface of the water.
Let's. Is all this as rocky as it looks? Is there any place where we can like? Is there any like beaches? Anything that's like a beach?
Nope.
No docks or anything?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
Though you cannot see what's further in. I know you as the players can see this full map too, but your characters
Yeah.
could not see far enough in. There may be something closer to the lighthouse.
Well, seems like that's where we're going anyway.
Yeah,
so
let's head
yep.
there.
Okay. So who is rowing?
I think Gallant and I were both rowing together.
You guys are like sitting next to each other?
Yeah, like two people. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Bonding time.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the comparative strengths on you guys?
I'm a 10.
I want to see if it's going to be that kind of like, one person's rowing a lot harder than the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The boat's gonna be going back and forth.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like-
How about you, Thor?
I have 19 strength plus I'm an expert in athletics.
Yeah,
So.
exactly.
You might want to let just one of you row and have
Yeah,
someone else.
I think that works for a little bit, and then he gets up. And
Yeah, I'll like tap you on the shoulder and say, "Why don't you let me take care of this and
Okay.
you keep your eyes out."
What about you, Theric and Zar?
yes.
Who is rowing in your boat?
Eutheric will just offer to do it just by reflex.
Okay. I think you're stronger than what Zar is as well, right?
I've got 18
No.
strength.
Zar's pretty. You're 19.
Yeah, I'm 16, so he's still stronger, but
I'm 18.
I'll massage his shoulders while he's doing it.
Nice. Okay, so let me change the orientation of your boats here, guys. And we'll put, whoopsies, put you guys in here. Down. Theric's rowing. Go. And go. Gallant. All right. So let me. What's the plan for rowing through? Are you guys going like side by side? Is someone going first? What's the plan? I'll move you guys up here, and you guys can tell me what's going on.
I think seems like right now we just want to kind of get closer and see if there's like docks or a beach like we talked about, and if we can't, then we have to decide how we're going to try to. If there's, they probably have like makeshift anchors on the boats, right? So we could. anchor the boat somewhere. It's just a matter of getting close enough to
Yep.
actually get on shore.
Ooh, and no one's got any familiarity with ocean-going things, so maybe a bit of a crapshoot as to whether it anchors the boat.
Yep.
Okay. So, who is going first then? These channels are not safe for you to go side by side. And which way do you want to proceed? No one's volunteering to go first?
The other, I feel that Etheric and Zara got a little more banged up in that little counter, so maybe we should go first.
We're relatively high spirits.
Oh, that's right, because you got heal bursting everything. That's right.
It is what I do.
All right, well, that's because you are so rested. You can take up the rear in case we get a hit from behind.
That's a good point. Although Eutheric is sporting still a little bit of wounding.
Okay.
Okay.
So who is it? Zara and Eutheric going first, or is it Donovan and Gallant?
Well, Zara and Eutheric will take up the rear.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Go first.
So you slowly begin rowing in past this decrepit vessel. How close behind are Zar and Eutheric following?
What, 20, 30 feet?
Okay.
20 feet? 20 feet should be good.
Okay. So as you make your way in, boy, this is going to be a tight squeeze to get through here.
Yep.
You may need to go all the way down and then around.
Yeah.
And when you are there, you don't need to make a perception roll for this. You hear the sound of something splashing into the water. 3 more coming from over here.
From where?
Over here, in the direction of that ruined vessel.
Vessel?
It's probably just birds fishing. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, they're behind us, so I guess
So I'm going to move it
moving.
10, because it's going to be difficult getting through here. This is effectively difficult terrain. I'll move you forward a little more. Okay.
Is there a thing for exploration mode where you can be watching for enemies?
Yes, absolutely. That'll be
Oh,
perception.
good call.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, why don't you give me... Hold on. Because there's I think it's called Scout in the exploration mode. If I remember.
I might do the same thing too if that's possible, since I'm not rowing.
I watched your Barrow Mug games. I saw what happened.
Yeah. So you get +1 to your initiative rolls for scouting. That's so, and so you only get that from one person. Circumstance bonuses don't stack. So it's if someone else wants to, say, investigate, you could do that.
Ooh, investigate.
Seek out information about your surroundings while traveling at half speed. If someone who's not rowing, so like Donovan or Zara is keeping an eye out. So Donovan, that might be you.
Yeah. So what's the?
You could also
you can see on
search,
that.
which is you seek meticulously for concealed hazards and so forth.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the meticulously search for hazards.
Sure. Then would you kindly give me a perception roll?
I'll take that.
Okay. Are you sticking with that? Is that your final answer?
Well, let's see. Oh, I only rolled an 8, right?
Yeah.
If I'm reading that. Well, then hell, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll hero point that.
Nice.
Yeah, that's better.
There we go. Okay, give me one moment here.
Or use these hero points for something.
Heck yeah. They ain't gonna spend themselves.
Yeah.
And they don't carry over as well, too, so...
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Alright, let me think here. Oh, I better be on the right layer here. Yes. Okay. So I'll make sure this thing didn't show up. Oh, it did show up somewhere. Okay. Give me a sec here, guys. Okay. Okay, and I think we get to end on a hidden reveal here. Pretty cool. Okay, so first thing, Donovan, what you see lurking in the shattered husk. The ship is not even either. The ship is sort of, part of it is sunk a little further than the other, so the rear, the aft of the ship is a little higher, which gives you vantage to look into it. And you see skulking in the shadows there, two hideous corpses moving. What do you do?
I don't know. Are they? I tap Gallant on the shoulder, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna message to the other party too. I have messages with cantrip, I believe.
Okay.
So I'm gonna send a message. I'm gonna send it to Eutheric. I'm gonna be like, undead on the boat.
Okay.
2.
So, Eutheric, you get that message. What do you do?
I say, shit. Watch out, Czar.
Okay. Gallant, what did you say to Gallant?
I tapped him and I did like a 2.
Okay. So, Gallant, you look over and see those. Would everyone give me a perception roll, please? This isn't initiative yet, but we do have a +1 to initiative because of Czar's scouting. Let's see here.
So we should get a +1.
No, not. This isn't initiative yet. I'm just going to give Nat 20 on Eutheric. Holy shit.
I can sense them.
Yes, you can. So, guys.
That's the massage.
Very relaxed.
You
right
got
now.
this. You got this. All right. A sec here. Oop, wrong thing. There we go. And there we go. And there we go. Okay. Guys. Moving their disgusting bodies just below the surface. Only their cruel cataract eyes, milky white, and desiccated corpse-like heads with bits of scalp fallen away. And moving towards your boat.
Shit!
And we will see what happens next session.
All right.
How quickly do we die?
All right, guys, then, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for part 1 of our Pathfinder Innistrad campaign. This adventure is called The Fisherman's Daughter. So, as always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below. Or you can also reach me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings. You can also find me by email. My email address is dungeonmusings@gmail.com. You can also find a link in the description of this video to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where you can find all of us active there. We have channels dedicated to all of our campaigns, including this one and every other game we run on the channel. You can also find a group channels and general chat channels and so forth. So there are lots of ways you can get in touch with players and myself and the other wider community that's part of the Dungeon Musings Discord server. In addition, there is a link to something called Heroes Save Villages in the description of this video. That is the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really amazing organization active in over 130 different countries that provides supportive living environments and nurturing kind of structures for over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children around the world. It's a really amazing organization. All donations made through Heroes Save Villages go to benefit the SOS Children's Villages International Charity itself. None of it goes to me, none of it goes to the channel, none of it goes to any other middleman. And best of all, there's some new rewards that are available on the channel for donors, or on the campaign for donors as well too, including charity sessions. So be sure to check that out. And last but not least, I want to thank my Gothic heroes for joining me on this Saturday morning. So Brandon, Arlen, John, and Greg, thank you so much for joining me this morning, guys. I tried killing you with a giant undead shark. I'll have to try harder next time.
Yay.
Yep.
All right, so then until next time, folks, thank you. So for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us. And until we see you again, happy gaming.